We're live, Chris. Hello.
What about the intro? Have we got the music?
No, we haven't got an intro this week because we're mixing it up a little bit this week for those people out there sat in the audience. There's actually no one here at the moment, so yeah.
What?
Yeah, no one here at the moment. But what we're going to do is, as soon as somebody arrives, come into the chat. We're going to be doing interactive Q&A today. We're also yeah, we've also got a big announcement. We're also going to be doing a bit of a quiz later as well. So,
I think you might have just ruined the big announcement, Steve.
Well, I mean, it's okay because we can announce it again because there's no viewers, Chris. That's the
good.
That's the beauty of it. I think this is why people game while they're doing this, because then if there's no viewers, it doesn't look quite as weird.
Yeah.
Right, so for anybody, if you do join, come into the chat. What we're going to do is we're going to obviously talk about events. We've got somebody. Somebody's came in. Our first viewer, it is Djaz Shanksy. We don't know who you are. Evening, mate. How are you? First in.
We know who fucking DJ Shanks is. It's fucking Dave Shanks.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, right, all right. I didn't fucking know that.
You know Shanksy, don't you?
Yeah. All right. How you doing, Shanksy? You living the dream, mate? We're waiting for a few people to come, and then we're going to start the show. And like I say, we have got a big announcement that I already ruined before you all got there. We are going to be mixing it up. It's not going to be a podcast twice a week. We're going to be doing one podcast a week, and then we're doing something else, Chris, aren't we?
Yeah, we are doing something else, but we again, we're waiting for people to turn up so we can tell them. It's like it's like
so what are you going to do? You're going to tease them first. That's what you're saying.
It's like arranging it's like arranging a surprise birthday party for somebody, but then kind of nobody got the message, and you're just there on your own with a finger buffet.
A finger buffet or foreplay, says Shanksy. I don't know. This is it. There's only 4, so we can kind of warm them up. Do you know what I mean? We can get them moist a little bit before we go into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go on.
No, good. No, you after you, mate. I'm just chatting. It's spicy finger live, mate.
Yeah, Shanks says never going dry, and with our 4 viewers, that does feel a little bit like what we're doing is kind of going in dry. I was pumping it all day on Instagram today, like, yeah, come and have a look, and don't be shy, come on in, big announcement, and obviously out of the 800 people I know, 4 are here. Between us, Chris, that's probably 2 each. So, and we do know a lot of the same people.
Yeah, good. It's even better to share, apparently.
Yeah. So, are you finished doing what you're doing, Chris? Because it looks to me, and I'm assuming for the 4 viewers, that you're just adjusting your webcam for the last 5 minutes.
What I've done is I had trouble getting the feed on my phone. I'm speaking to David, who's grown a moustache.
That is Chris's brother with a moustache. He looks he looks like he should be on Crime Watch with that moustache. That's fucking awful moustache, isn't it?
That's what you get for 2 months of lockdown. A little bit of fucking bum fluff.
Should we, for the next week's episode, both do a moustache? Maybe we'll do a comedy moustache just to see if that brings a few more people in.
I don't do comedy moustaches, mate. I do the serious bad boys, like a bit of handlebar action and stuff like that. You know,
have you ever had a good moustache?
Yeah, I have a very good moustache, but it's just blonde, so it's kind of less obvious and one of them fucking up. I know what kind of moustache you could pull out the bag, Steve. That straight off the bat, that's certain.
Let me show you. Can you? In fact, where is my driver's license? Yeah, it was. That's a strange thing to think, but I was actually wondering when my driver's license was. Right, so we have got. We're going interactive tonight, aren't we? So we're going to talk about the lockdown because the lockdown's ending as well. We're going to talk about UFC 249. Let's not do embarrassing photos of each other, Chris, because I've got a fucking few of you back in the day, mate.
You've got a moustache. I just wanted to show everybody. Look.
No, let me tell you what that was, right?
Oh no, it's a Mars bar.
No. That photo was actually it was a fancy dress night, and I was going as Tamer Hussein for that night. So I don't normally look like that, and I was suited and booted, and I was going for the Tamer Hussein look. Shanksy gents, you need to look into StreamYard. You can go live on Facebook the same as this. You'd get more footfall. So Shanksy, yeah, I don't know what we're doing. We were doing a podcast, and we kind of said let's get interactive. And I think next week we're gonna get a big spinning prize wheel for the 4 people that turn up.
Yes, part of the big announcement, Steve.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like I can't. Like, what are we going to do? We're going to talk about nothing until everyone turns up for the big announcement.
We could talk about...
You know what it's like? It's when it's somebody's birthday, right? And they're sat there, and you go up to them, and nobody's come because they haven't got any mates. And you go up to them, and you go, listen, mate, it's 11 o'clock. Do you want to do the cake? And they're like, no, just give it another half hour. I think there's a few more on the way in. So then you're like that at 11:30, like... People are leaving, mate, and we haven't sang happy birthday, we haven't done the cake, you haven't done the candles, you haven't had your 21 kisses, and, you know, people are leaving. Will we do it now? So, you have to think about that. Haha, Priyesh, here from India. Allow. Held a message for reason identity. Tech J, Stevie, you sexy cunt. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. Spicy Finger podcast used ad permitted term cunt. So if you're in the chat right now, you can say the word cunt, and it won't be auto moderated. About that, Chris. It looks like you're doing something weird again.
Trying to get the. I've got no access to the chat.
Have you got? This is what we're doing, basically. You're probably looking at me and going, Stevie, you're looking quite big recently. It's because I'm carrying fucking Chris through this show. Do you know what I mean? It's my back from like 13 stone of Chris just on my back.
In the spirit of true interactivity, you need to, because I haven't got access to the chat. I don't know what people are saying. I don't know how many people are here. So you need to keep me updated. As embarrassing as it might be, just fucking keep me in the loop.
Okay, I'll keep you in the loop. Shanksy says you're a terrible DJ. And you've aged terribly. So
thank you, Shanksy. Thank you. We know how that's meant. We know.
Shanksy is going live himself at 8 p.m. Enjoy, boys. What kind of stuff are you doing, Shanksy? What are you going live at?
Yeah, probably DJing.
Well, obviously, yeah. But I mean, I don't know. Like, it could be like this. It could be Twitch to fucking 5 people. Do you know what I mean? Like we are.
What about a snuff movie?
Can we make it in the chat that you're not allowed to say snuff movie? Can we put that if anybody says 8 till 9 party tunes, 9 p.m. till the death house and classics?
Oh. Should we get can we get a link for that? Can we promote his link to the people that are tuning in?
Well, I tell you what, I'm going to promote now, right? And it's our first advertisement. The hair, Chris. What do you think of the hair? Do you like it?
What? Since you had it cut the other day?
Yeah. Do you like it? Yeah. Do you think my hair looks fucking amazing?
Well, yeah, but one guy come round and you was like 6th in the queue, so I would, as a tribute to the guy's fucking longevity to go through 6 guys cutting all their hair, have you last and pull off the job that he's done, then congratulations.
All I'm saying is Rob is in the chat. Rob is my barber. He's Polish. He's massive. He's really big. He's got really big hands. So the clippers look very small in his hand.
Oh, really?
And Rob,
like toenail clippers.
Yeah. Rob, I'm not drinking vodka, Polish or otherwise. I'm drinking white wine. A little bit of white wine. I'll show you there. 6 quid in Lidl.
How do you pronounce that, Steve?
Pinot Grigio. How would you pronounce it, Chris?
What?
How would you pronounce it?
Exactly the same as you would have, the
why
proper
was it
way. Well, because I was expecting you to come out with some fucking like some kind of Nottingham-esque version, No, like Pinot Grigio geezer, like that kind of thing. Are you eating hummus on focaccia, Steve?
Ah, look at this. Rob is with Christoph Wren, and they're drinking some vodka. And this is what has happened to the jiu-jitsu community. Stay with it, guys. Stay with it. Obviously, I don't know if you know this, Chris, but in Ireland, everybody Polish has to do jiu-jitsu. It's like if you don't do jiu-jitsu, you're not a real Polish man. You have to do jiu-jitsu.
Of course.
But now there's no jiu-jitsu, so yeah, Rob's drinking vodka with Chris instead of rolling around on the floor with him, which... yeah.
Right, how many? It surprised me, Steve. How many viewers? Can we crack on with the show, or?
Well, we've got 6 viewers, yeah. But I mean, like, is it worth giving 6 viewers a fucking show? I mean, I feel like, should we? I don't know. What?
If it was one person that deserved the best of us, Steve, what's the matter with you? Listen. It was for me. Your little kind of jiu-jitsu chat would have linked in perfectly to the amazing UFC story that you're going to tell everybody.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, the UFC tonight, one of the fights on it got cancelled because Jacare Souza tested positive for COVID-19, which sounds like a fucking song from the 80s. Yeah. So
no 19.
No 19. Yeah, so Jacare Souza and 2 of his cornermen are obviously out. Jacare Souza will probably be fine because, yeah, let's be fair, he's a fighter and he's pretty fit and he's 35, whereas obviously his cornermen look close to death as well. Rob says, keep going, prime time will come. Yeah, Leonidas says, nice boiler, which is...
Thank you, Leo.
Leo, and you know what? I don't think even Leo is being funny there. What I think he's actually saying is Leo lives in Greece, so he hasn't seen a boiler for ages. He doesn't need a boiler in Greece because it's always warm.
Yeah, I know. So, yeah. That boiler could do for all of Greece for the entire year. Just one boiler, couldn't it? In Rennes, every house needs an individual boiler because it gets fucking freezing in the winter.
Dreadlock Dave is saying mum is listening, Chris. So I'm just going to say hi to Chris's mum again. Hello, Chris's mum. It's been a while. Good times.
Hi, mum. Hi, David. Hi, Dan.
Obviously,
hi, Harper.
Chris can't see.
Hi, family.
Chris can't see the chat. Obviously, we've got 11 viewers now.
I can't see the chat, yeah.
We've got 11 viewers now, Chris, which is your mum, your auntie, your brother. Leonidas is saying 35 degrees here next week. That's in Greece. Mr. Steal Your Girl 696969 says, you guys are pussies. I think that must be your mum. Obviously, we don't know because he hasn't left his name apart from Mr. Steal Your Girl.
696969. The guy has so many 6-9s. He must never go hungry. For Christ's sake.
But you know why? Because if you have a look, I guarantee you there is a Mr. Steal Your Girl 6969, and he was like, he's tried to put it in, and it's, you know when you're like trying to put your password in. It's like, no, you can't have that one. You need one more. Okay. 69. So yeah, appreciate that. Anyway, Mr. Steal Your Girl, thanks for the positive feedback. There is a donate button below. Feel free.
Pussies.
We've got some prizes to give away later, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. We've also got a big announcement, which I think you've just ruined for the 3rd time in 10 minutes, haven't you?
Yeah, but the only person new here is your mum, and I've already told her earlier what we were going to do, so it's fine.
When was that?
Listen, no more mum jokes. Mr. Steal Your Girl 696969 says wrong. I love the 6969.
Oh, so that you need 5 other participants to take part in a 69, Mr. Steal Your Girl. And I would imagine that somebody who spends his fucking Saturday night in watching a couple of middle-aged men spout shit couldn't get one fucking girl, even if she was in a fucking wheelchair.
Yeah, Chris, what you've just done is offended everybody in this chat. How would you know you need 5 people, you pussy, says Mr. Steal Your Girl 6969. The best thing about this is the first time Chris has been abused online, obviously in real life happens all the time, but just in French, which he doesn't understand, so it's not so bad.
If anybody wants to try abusing me in French, I will gladly try to translate it for the benefit of the other 6 people in the party.
Can you give us your best French swear word?
Who, me?
No, the other Chris.
I thought you might have been speaking to Mr. 6ix9ine. Steal your girl.
Yeah, well, he just said bonsoir, pussy.
This guy needs to fucking update his banter a little bit. I was thinking it might be Andre, but
you know what? I'm not making this up either. You might think like you can watch this back later. I'm recording it. You'll see all the abuse he's giving you. We got 12 viewers now.
Hey,
the dirty dozen.
The baker's dozen. Oh no, that's 13, isn't it? I don't think we should. I don't think we should hold out any real hope of getting 13 viewers at the minute. I think that's being too wildly optimistic for the minute. Right, Steve, let's fucking crack on for the show because we've actually been waffling nonsense with no rhyme or reason for the last 18 minutes, and we have a bit of news, and we have also a big announcement to come as well. So, Steve,
yes,
hit him.
Oh, all right. You leave it to me. Right, so we got the news is basically the lockdown is starting to end, everybody. So, yeah, in France, I believe you're having a bit of a lockdown ease next week. In Ireland, DIY shops are going to be open from next week, from the 18th. That's, what, 8 days, 9 days? 9 days away. So Woodies is going to be open. All the hardware shops, all the other places like that. Which means my wife will no doubt get me painting the walls and that kind of stuff as well.
Yeah, and she'll no doubt socially distance herself on the patio with a glass of Pinot Grigio.
It's all mine, baby. It's all mine. So let us know in the comments below. What do you think of the lockdown ending? Should it end? Should we keep it going? What do you think, Chris?
Pussy. No, I'm just descending to fucking steal your girl's level of banter. I think. Listen, for me, the lockdown ends on Monday.
Okay.
It ends. Sorry, it doesn't end. It's getting kind of eased off slightly. So that's happening from Monday. So I think on Monday I'm going to go out and I'm going to go into the town. I'm going to stay away from everybody, of course, because they fucking stink.
Are you going to get really pissed? Make a fool of yourself?
Because I haven't really been drinking during the lockdown, like a lot of people have. Steve,
what's Mr. Steal Your Girl got to say about that?
Oh God, I'm a pussy.
Yeah. No, carry on. What are you going to do, Chris? What are you going to do on Monday?
Well, I mean, the thing is that the hangover of after getting pissed for the first time in a long time is usually so horrific that it's enough to be scary, and it kind of wipes out the next day for you. So I'm a little bit, I might have a couple of drinks, kind of ease back into it slightly, like easing back into real life and the outside world, of course. But I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be good, and also as well, I mean, there's going to be a good period of time before the bars open as well. So I'll be able to kind of get used to going outside, breathing in fresh air before having to think about going back to work, which I would imagine is going to be in July, August, maybe September.
Kirky, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Leaving the 9 off there, Kirky. Is the UK coming out of lockdown? No, I don't think so. It's kind of up in the air because obviously the UK has got a Tory government, so they have no fucking idea what they're doing. There are rumours that the lockdown is going to be ending. But then one person says it and another person's like, nah, it's too soon. I think Boris Johnson said we'll come out of lockdown. But then Nicola Sturgeon went, it's too soon. And so, yeah, I don't know.
Well, yeah, but you're talking about 2 different countries there, Steve.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't want to go into the old Braveheart thing, Chris. There is also a union there, my friend. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to offend anybody.
Why don't you go into the old geography thing instead of Braveheart? And
yeah, all right. Yeah, Scotland are a different country, but I think I'm not really sure. I think they'll come out of lockdown at the same time as the rest of the UK, Chris. I could be wrong.
Okay.
They might not.
Yeah.
They might not.
Of course, as always, between the old enemies, there's a bit of a schism between, ideas of when to reopen the countries. Is Ireland any different? Is that opening at the same time as the UK? Or...
No, because basically what Ireland decided to do was not completely fuck it up. We've got a few comments here. Yeah, Kirky says that they're still the UK for now. I'm not sure if he's Scottish. Sam Crow said in his best, and I'm only taking this as a Scottish accent, there's been a murder. There's been a murder. So, yeah. No, Ireland, in response to your question, Chris, Ireland actually did it right with the lockdown. We did it like 2 weeks before the UK because, you know, when you saw them truckloads of coffins in Italy, like in the streets lining up, and people are like, where are we going to put these dead bodies? Like, we saw that in Ireland and went, yeah, shut the fucking schools, you know what I mean? In the UK, they were like that. I think we'll give it another week, chaps. What do you think? Another 2 weeks?
No,
Another 2 weeks?
I think everybody saw the rows and rows and rows of vans taking the coffins of dead people in Italy, and they all decided to go to the Cheltenham Festival to put some bets on.
Yeah, the Cheltenham Festival was a perfect example of what happens when an elite horsey community get together. And obviously, I don't know if you noticed about horse racing, but the gamblers, the degenerates, are all obviously fucking poor. And the people that ride the horses and train the horses are very aristocratic. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Big shout out to Sammy Three Lungs. How you doing, Sammy? I'll sell you another player cheap. I'll sell you another player cheap for tuning in. Not that I have to bribe my way along.
Did you bribe him in the first place to get him on the show by promising to sell him somebody cheap, Steve? Or
yes, I did. No,
has it come to this?
No, what actually happened was the other day he messaged me and said, "I want your left back. How much?" And I went, "All right, you can have it cheap because basically he was in my thing the other day." Forget all this politics. Did you take the huff and quit the team you tapped up? Yeah, I can't talk about that too much. But yes, I did, Sam. I am looking for my fifth 11v11 team currently as we speak. So if anybody's out there and you play 11v11 on PES, hit me up. Let's move.
I think my mum's in a like a housewives team of some sort that plays manual 11-11 on PES. So maybe you should hit her up again.
Yeah, she was in a housewives team the other day.
Right, okay, all right, Steve. That's my fucking mum, you dick.
Daz says, 5th time lucky, lol. Mr. Steal Your Girl, what Bundes team would you support and why? Chris?
Sorry?
What? Listen, this is what interaction is, mate. Somebody's going to ask you a
Somebody's
question.
Just sent me that. Somebody's just sent me that.
Chris, turn that down. That's how you get banned, you fucking sick bastard. Honestly, that is a reportable closing thing.
Somebody's just sent me that.
It's disgusting. It's a massive hairy
I will
man with a gaping
I will.
arsehole. You can't. Are you going to answer the man's question? Or are you going to show him another gaping arsehole, Chris?
What was the question?
The question
I was mesmerised by that. It looks like like one of them wolf boys.
The question was, what Bundesliga team would you support and why?
Ooh, I don't know. Bundesliga team, probably Borussia Dortmund, working man's team. Great support. Klopp was the manager, which is a negative. But generally, yeah, great team, fantastic support. Play football in an exciting manner. So yeah, it would be Borussia Dortmund.
Okay. Do you want to know who I would support?
Who?
Nuremberg. What?
Is that something to do with the war criminals, Steve?
No, absolutely not. Sammy Three Lungs says, evening, or Welsh, evening, boys. Much more conservative shirt there, Chris. I went West Country then, didn't I?
Sorry to drink her.
Yeah, I don't know.
Cheers, Sammy. Yeah, I toned it down because you said you mentioned that I look like or the t-shirt I was wearing the other day looked like something that would belong to a insert derogatory term for a female peer. Close commas.
Yeah, I mean it was a horrific shirt. I'm glad you toned it down. I went for something slimming and dark because when you've got titties like me, you have to go dark. We've now got 13 viewers, which means we're getting higher.
Yeah, we are. We are.
Although I think after what you just showed people, I can see that 13 viewers quickly disappearing, Chris. Honestly, we need to have a chat after the show about showing gaping arseholes. I think that should be something we should do. And the worst thing was, you knew your mum was watching when you showed that. So your mum's there, she's watching, she's having a cup of tea, maybe with her sister, maybe with her lover. It's like, oh, that's my son, I'm very proud of him. Yeah. What does he do? He lives in France, and he's just trying to get this YouTube channel off this Twitch channel on the go. Is he? Yeah. He's a lovely guy. Yeah, seems it. Yeah. Gaping arsehole. Like, Chris, you have to consider these things before you show the gape. So we've got Daz basically saying, do you think after lockdown is over that the way we live and socialise will change forever, i.e. folk wearing masks and gloves more often, similar to China, maybe on a scale similar to airport security before and after 9/11, if you catch my drift? Is this going to last forever, basically? That's what Daz is saying. What do you think, Chris?
Well, no, because the world will end before forever comes, so... will be destroyed by an asteroid in 5 million years.
I don't think he meant literally forever, Chris. Are we going to be pedantic to our fucking viewers? Is that what we're going to do? Like, just forever? No, not literally forever, Chris. Is it going to last for our lifetimes?
I've got the down low on this. Yeah, it's going to last. Okay. It's going to last for some time. There's going to be a gradual easing of these kind of lockdown rules that we're living under at the minute. And yeah, there will be some mask wearing. There will be people wearing gloves, not necessarily surgical gloves, but sometimes people think, the virus was 6 months ago. I could just wear ordinary woolen gloves or maybe a pair of marigolds like you suggested last week, Steve. So that's going to continue. That's going to continue, I would suggest, until the end of the year, or maybe the second wave of the virus is going to come fucking stalking us, bad boy style, in the winter, because of course it's still flu, and it's still seasonal. And I tell you what, as well, if you look as well around the world, in New Zealand and Australia, haven't really had any coronavirus as such to deal with. That's because they're in the middle of the summer. So maybe theirs is on the way. It's in the fucking post from Europe, being sent over there now, waiting for winter to come, and then they're all going to get infected.
Can I shut you down there, Chris, while you're talking fucking nonsense? Is that all right? Daz, I'm going to quickly address your point. I think, yes, socially, the world has changed forever. I think the being in the pub and hugging your mates, that might still happen, but you're going to be 12 pints deep. I think this is going to have a long-lasting effect mentally on people. I see it now. I'm like walking down the road. People are fucking stepping into the road. They normally only do that when I've got my rape gear on. The other thing is, it's just gonna continue, isn't it? I mean, and like you said, the other point was, warm weather Australia and fucking New Zealand, you spack. Sorry to call you that live on air, Chris. But I think what it was is Australia have got a notoriously harsh immigration system. You can't just fly to Australia anyway. Do you know what I mean? If you look at travel going to Australia compared to travel within European countries, in Europe, everyone it's a free-for-all, isn't it? Which is great, because I love going to our European neighbours' countries. But, if you're going to Australia, like, there's a lot of parts of the world, you're not allowed just to land in Australia. And New Zealand... Have you...
Right. Fuck you. Let me shut you down a little minute, because you're starting to go fucking blurry, Steve. Get stuck into your fucking Pinot Grigio, son. Yeah? Right, listen, have you ever got the flu in the fucking summer, dickhead?
Yes, it was awful. I got it in Lanzarote once at Carnival when I was hanging out my ass.
3 grams of Coke? Steve, the flu
That's only 2 lines with
seasonal.
Look at that.
It's summer in Australia and New Zealand. It's 40 fucking degrees. Of course, people don't. They're too busy out there sunbathing, licking fucking 99s and ice lollies to get the flu.
Let me tell you what they did in New Zealand right away, Chris. They shut the airports. They said nobody's allowed in, and they put a lockdown in right away. You know how many deaths they've had in New Zealand? One, Chris. They've had 1 because they basically said, yeah, we're not going to just have a free-for-all. What did the UK do? They're watching Italians die day after day after day. Yeah, Cheltenham's a good idea. Let's get 210,000 people in a fucking room together, hugging each other and sweating on each other like for a 4-day.
So you think because they shut down the airports into New Zealand and Australia, that there was no coronavirus already in Australia by the time they did that? It didn't spread. It didn't. No, I'm still speaking, mate. It didn't spread. It didn't spread in over there because it's fucking seasonal and it doesn't survive the warm temperatures. I tell you what, I'm gonna state this now to you. And how many viewers have we got?
12.
How many viewers?
Excluding your mum. You can talk to her later.
Okay, I'll talk to my mum later.
So will I.
I'm gonna tell you now. It's gonna kick off in the Southern Hemisphere. Obviously, not to the same extent as it has in Europe because we was caught short. We only saw it coming for a month, so we kind of missed it. But they're still gonna be caught out. I would suggest in the winter. Okay, so put that in your fucking pipe and smoke it.
I disagree, and I'd like to just get that on record. This is recording. I think New Zealand and Australia, their politics is basically, and they've both got very different politics. I don't know if you know that much about politics in the Oceanic region, or Australasian region. They have very different. They have very different politics. The New Zealand Prime Minister is obviously a left-wing, lovey. Everybody loves her because of her response to what happened after the infamous mosque shooting in New Zealand. Australia has got actually a very conservative government. The guy's a bit of an arsehole apparently, but some people like him. They're completely different policies, but they've still actually did the same thing, which was lockdown early, lockdown quick. Gonna have a quick look at the comments. How about the theory that Hawking said we should be looking now for another planet to inhabit? I agree. I don't know about Chris. Chris is more worried about getting a view.
What's that got to do with the fucking coronavirus?
Listen, it's interactive, Chris. He asks it.
Yes, no, hang on a minute. But everybody asks it. Fucking coronavirus is sweeping across the world, 250,000 people dead. But what do you think of my fucking boiler? Who gives a fuck? We're talking about the coronavirus.
Yeah, no, listen. Sammy, he won't answer you because he's very pretentious. He's on the moment. He's angry. He won't answer you. I will. I think we should be looking for another planet. I think this planet is dying. I think it has to happen.
You're fucking dying. You're dying on your ass.
But you know what the problem will be when we find another planet, Sammy? Is they're going to just load a rocket with fucking rich white men and send them there. Do you know what I mean? What they need to be doing is getting artists and writers and theologians and teachers.
What, loads of,
not teachers.
Loads of lazy cunts that are just going to spend all day sitting around on their asses, drawing pictures and spouting shit.
People need that, Chris. People need to listen to shit. Why do you think we've got 13 viewers? Think about it. Right. Sam says, we've been letting folk fly into the UK and just letting them go about their business, lol. They could have COVID-19 easily. Only recently started talking about quarantine visitors now after 40 days of lockdown. Fuck the Tories. Yeah, couldn't agree more. I think the UK government's response has been poor. I think it's been shoddy. The funniest thing about the whole UK government thing was everyone defending the UK government. 2 months ago on my Facebook, you can look back and I said, they're fucking this up. And everyone was going, oh, you just hate the Tories. No, if it was Labour fucking up, I would have said Labour are fucking this up. The Tories were holding the ball, and then they just went, I've got to go and fuck a pig's head. It was awful. The response was absolutely awful. And now we've got the worst death rates in the world, Chris. The worst death rates in the world, except for Belgium. Don't know why that
If you want to be a record breaker.
Yeah, we're breaking records. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but bad ones. Bad records, yeah. Steve, right, so listen, hang on a minute.
News to our 13 viewers, Chris.
I think, how long has the show been going on? It's been going on for 36 minutes, 10 minutes left, because obviously these people have lives. They have to get off, they have to log off the computer, and they have to go back to staying in tonight. So
I am not leaving this, Chris, until we get to 14 viewers.
Well, that could be forever, Stephen. When I say forever, I don't mean like until the end of the year. I actually mean until an asteroid destroys the planet in 5 billion years' time. So good luck with that.
Okay. Oh, wait, that. 3, 8.
Have we got 14?
3. No, it's one of the 13. But he said he went for a piss. Back to network error. I mean, it's happened. It's happened. Yeah, what was you saying, Chris?
Yeah.
You've got fucking things to do, have you? You got to go and watch some Poirot with a wife. I mean,
I'm watching a series, a BBC One series. Actually, it's like it's called what's it called? Normal People. Have you heard of it? It's Irish.
TV's on Wednesday, Chris. We
Yeah,
do TV
I know.
on the
I know.
Wednesday podcast. We're not bringing it into Saturday now. Saturday's the interactive.
Yeah, I know it's the interactive quiz, but this is meant to be like short, sharp, funny, and fucking bang on the button. And you've just spent the last fucking 2 hours slagging off the fucking Tories again. It's like you can't stop yourself getting all political and talking about either coronavirus or fucking Boris Johnson making lots of pig's head.
Wait there. Sammy says, is it a combi boiler?
It's a combi boiler.
I
don't know what a combi, but it sounds like one of them boilers that ticks all of the boxes. Sammy, electricity, yeah? Hot water.
Mr. Adam Dennis says, if you pulled a bird on a night out and she left a steaming shit in your cupboard, would you have any ideas on how to deal with a situation?
Well, ironically, this is where the pluses of having a combi boiler come in, because you've literally got access to instant hot water and you can wash the sheets straight away and destroy any evidence.
Has that happened to you, Chris?
No, no.
Just the story rings a bell, and I was just wondering whether it was you, like, and whether that was somebody just fucking pulling you right up on it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's no. Why would anybody pull me up on a live Q&A show, Steve, in front of my family and 12 other people?
All right. So what you're saying is nobody's ever shit in your cupboard that you know of.
There was rumours of it. There was rumours of it happening, and there's rumours.
La Concha Dos, says Mr. Adam Dennis. So
dentist.
So this actually happened then, didn't it? I fucking knew it. You know how I knew it? Because it rang a bell, like. It rang a bell.
Steve, listen, I tell you what, I swear on my fucking mum's life it didn't happen to me, yeah? And everybody else, there was no fucking bird that come around that apartment and did a shit in my cupboard. So you can fucking... you can shit on that. Right, big announcement, Steve.
No. Lacoste shit covering it up. It's a green screen with a CG boiler. Quality.
It's no. I tell you what, it's actually a real boiler. I'm going to prove it to you now.
No.
Yeah?
What it was is Daz was asking whether that was a dildo on top. That's not bad for 40.
Did you hear the banging boiler?
Yeah, we heard it. Right.
We got 14.
No, we've got 11. But we've
fuck.
Yeah. I think it was all right, actually. I think 11's good. Lol, dirty clunt. Mr. Adam Dennis. Yes, Dreadlock, you know my brother. The cheek of it, says Daz. Looking your little pert behind. That's the kind of behind that's only played for 2 teams in 11v11 this season.
Yeah.
Are we going to tell people the announcement then, Chris? The massive announcement to these 11 viewers?
Of course. Well, this is what they've all turned up for, no doubt. So, of course, they've all turned up for the massive announcement. So what we did, we teased something to get you all hooked, to get you all to come in. And now is the time for the announcement. So I'm going to hand you over to Steve. And what I want you to do, Steve, is I want you to give them a little bit of backstory before you go into the announcement. Who we are, where we're from, what we're doing. The kind of people that we are. So let them have it, Steve.
All right, okay. So I'm Steve. That's Chris. We're going to be doing a quiz. Big prizes. It's going to be amazing. What we can do, we're going to get a fucking spinny wheel. I'm going to put it here just to hide my very cheap gaming chair that actually hurts my back.
How much did it cost?
I think it was second-hand, mate. I couldn't even tell you how much it cost. It was probably second-hand. We're going to get a big spinny wheel. So what we can do, we're going to be doing a quiz every Saturday night. And, it's going to be an interactive quiz. We ask the questions. You answer the questions. You get a few questions right. We spin the wheel. What can they win, Chris? Are you with me, Chris? Are you with me, or are you doing something else? Are you busy, mate?
I thought you was explaining to the listeners and the viewers what we was doing quiz wise. But I was looked at something Daz wrote on the chat about clicking notifications on Pornhub or something. Yeah, so what we're going to be doing, because me and Steve, we're old kind of
we're not old.
Fun bud, old. You try to let me finish before you jump in. Yeah, we're old fun bar DJs. In the past we've spent many years between us doing these kind of things, quizzes, games, competitions, all kinds of stuff within that particular realm. So what we're going to do, we're going to bring it to Twitch, and we're going to bring it live. And next week, use 11 viewers that we currently have can have the possibility to take part in a quiz. It's going to be a basic question and answer quiz. There's going to be a spinny wheel. There's going to be prizes. There's going to be cash prizes. And this is something that we're looking to grow. And hopefully in the future, obviously we might go back on the dole. We don't know. But in the future, hopefully we're hoping to give away prizes such as apartments, 2-week holidays to the Maldives, round the world trips, all this kind of thing. But we're going to start next week with stuff like keyrings, coasters, posters, possibly a t-shirt, possibly.
Basically what we're doing is I spoke to Chris. He said we're going to throw in 100 quid each. We're going to get some dog shit merchandise for you mugs. We're going to flash it about, pens, key rings, fucking the works. I'm going to get some posters done so Chris can fucking cover up that boiler for next week. I can't fucking look at that boiler again, being honest with you.
I will get a CG green screen, and I will put myself in the Maldives or on the moon or on another planet that needs to be inhabited.
Yeah, well, just fucking anywhere apart from in front of a boiler, Chris. I'm trying to look professional in front of my fucking gaming chair, my TV. That's not a real TV anyway. If the social are watching, that's actually just a poster of a TV. So
yeah,
it's not a 65-inch TV in the background there, lads. Don't. It's just a
Irish government did not pay for that 65-inch OLED.
They definitely didn't. If you work for the tax office, I'm not making a penny off this. I'm giving money away. We've got a few comments. Exactly. 38 above Q is saying, get a rocking tonight. We're going to rock out with our cock out.
We're going to rock out with, yeah.
Yeah, Daz is saying we should get some beer cozies. Dreadlock, it was me. It happened to Adam. Now I had to tell Mrs. Cheers. She found it funny.
I was hoping. I didn't want to say who it was, David, because who knows what fucking kind of shit it could cause. But obviously, that's for you then to tell your your beloved.
I mean, listen, all it was is I distinctly remember the story. Do you know what I mean? But in Lanzarote,
what's your version of it?
No, I just remember that somebody took a shit in somebody's fucking wardrobe, but I just couldn't remember the details of it. I remember hearing it, but like that, I'll be honest with you, 20 years ago was a bit of a fucking furry for me, man. Like, you asked me to remember stuff from there, it's hazy at best, you know. But I do remember somebody taking a dump in somebody's fucking cupboard. I remember.
I mean,
it was,
but does it not? Does it not kind of ask the question about were they too lazy to go to the toilet, or could they not find the toilet? I'm confused about this. You know, like you kind of grope around in the dark, you kind of find a door handle, you go in there, you look around, you put the light switch on. Oh, it's the bathroom, lovely jubbly, pants down, do your business, back to bed. Or was it just, I can't be bothered. There's the cupboard. Let's see, I'll move the shorts and the socks to one side, squat down and fucking curl one out. What the fuck?
Listen, I'm assuming alcohol was involved. Do you know what I mean? And some people are like that. Some people drink that much. I'll be honest with you. Whenever I get that piss where I'm going to shit in a cupboard, I just go home. Like, I have a natural thing in my body. I have a backdoor Billy that just works every time. If I get fucking really, really pissed, I go home. Simple as that. Do you know what I mean? But I tell you, and I'm dropping live in it to our 9 viewers now. Somebody who used to fucking do something similar all the time was Killer. Is from Lanzarote. He used to love having a piss in the cupboard.
Whose
Not my
cupboard?
My mate Drebin's cupboard. Mark, Frank.
Okay.
Yeah. He'd wake up in the middle of the night, fucking pissed, and just wander into his room and just start pissing in the cupboard. Do you know what I mean?
Lovely.
It happened.
Right,
I think that's a... Sorry, Chris, I know you're not a cupboard pisser, but some people are, and I think we have to include them.
It's related to the previous story, so it's okay. It passes. So anyway, Steve, the quiz maybe we can put it to the audience. Are they excited? Are there any things that they'd like to see introduced? We was thinking about particular, because we're from the bar industry, because we're old ancient DJs from a bygone era, about introducing games such as wet t-shirt competitions. Drinking competitions, the one where you put a piece of toilet paper between your bum cheeks and you set it on fire and you've got to drink a pint before it burns your ass. Yeah, that kind of thing. We can do all this with the way of technology. Yeah, of course we can get
the way of technology.
4 or 5 people.
I know you're fucking old, Chris, but the way that you just said that, you know what my missus called the router the other day? The internet box. I swear to God, she was out in the garden with her sister. She's like, yeah, the internet box, and I just, the fuck you just say? She probably listens right now. You'll see a shoe fly through the door. She's like, fuck you prick.
Right, Steve, can we stop moving away from the quiz, because we keep trying to talk about this fantastic quiz that I'm sure that everybody's excited about, and then you start going off on fucking stupid tangents about internet boxes. So can we get back to the meat of the situation and let these people know what's going on, and are they excited, and do they want to see it, and is there anything they want to see
but basically,
included?
Okay, so basically what Chris is saying, put in the comments below, or they might be below to you, but they're to the side to me, if anything. Do you want to see a quiz? Do you want us to do a quiz? Do you want us to give away some fucking memorabilia, some merch? Do you want us to do that? Because we'll do it. It'll be free, of course, at first. And like I say, I'm going to get a big spinny wheel. It's probably going to have a picture of a turd in a cupboard in the middle, and we're just going to fucking spin it. Do you know what I mean? So what we'll do... we'll ask you questions. You put the answers in the comments. First to 3 get to spin. We spin it, and you get whatever it lands on. It could be, I don't know, what could it be, Chris? It could be anything, couldn't it? Like, you've already told them the prize.
Yeah, I'm going to show them what it could be. They could even have a choice. So let me show you.
Daz says, get hooked up to electric shock, and if you get an answer wrong, you shit your pants. Fun times.
Interesting. So you could win multiple choice. We've got a kiwi or a box of Yorkshire tea, and that's not just for wife beaters. For everybody.
Where did you get the Yorkshire tea in France? Is there a special shop for Yorkshire tea, or do you get it sent?
There's a community in Rennes. What's strange is a community of about 25, like you have Chinatown. It's a community of Rennes, about 25,000 people that live in a certain part of the town who are all just from Yorkshire.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
and none of them are fucking watching this show tonight. I see you socialising well there, Chris.
I think they're watching. I think they're watching Last of the Summer Wine. Some of them just texted me.
Right. So 38 above Q said, "Anything free, I'm your man. I'll wake up, see if I've lost sleep." It's good. I like that.
Nice.
Leonidas says, "Oh man, I can't get Yorkshire tea here." Where are you from originally, Leo? I would quite like to know that. Tell him Yorkshire tea. That's all he said. That's all your brother said. Yorkshire tea.
Yorkshire. Tell Leo I'll fax him a tea bag. Okay?
Sammy says I'm so excited about the quiz. So there we go. We've hooked one. We just have to get some rest.
Can we just assess his sarcasm levels before we start jumping on bandwagon, Steve? Because he might actually just be ripping the piss.
No, Sammy, I'd prefer it if you'd put an exclamation mark afterwards, so that I saw that. Leo's from Nottingham, which is weird because so am I. I don't know whether we've discussed that before, but you are on the Xbox, so
he could be your dad.
We both look pretty Greek. To be fair, if I had a big fucking beard, we'd be twins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm from Colwick in Nottingham, near Carlton or Gedling. Listen, just getting it in there. So talking of things we can give away, I'm going to be giving away this PS4 copy of PES 2018 It is box only. The good stuff's inside. Can you see that? It's PES 2017, PES 2018 box.
I tell you what, Steve, let me just stop you there quickly, because I went up to my attic the other day, because we've got an attic here. It's not just a fucking dingy little crack den, yeah? We have an attic as well. And I went up there and I went through all of my previous editions of PES. Okay. And my PES 2017 box contains the disc for 18. How crazy is that?
It is crazy, mate. It's crazy. 38 above Q says Northern Ireland here. Do we know you, 38 above Q, or are you just? And I know that sounds weird. Are you just somebody who stumbled upon this video and just said, "Fuck it, I'm going to watch because they look like good banter"? Because it'd be nice if we had one of them, because I don't think we've got anyone. I think we kind of half know everybody. Do you know what I mean? It'd be nice if we actually had somebody was passing through the thousands of videos on fucking Twitch, all the ones with the emo girls and their fucking fake tits and their blue fucking eyebrows, and they said, "Nah, I'm not into that. I'm not into that. I'm not into watching that fucking bird play Mario 64. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna watch these two old guys." What do you think about that, Chris? Would it be nice? Would you feel warm inside if you'd known that had happened?
Because I'm cynical by nature, so I think that he must have a bizarre fantasy about middle-aged, sad old men.
Yeah,
possibly.
Listen. No, wait there. 38 above Q is just brand new to Twitch, pass in, and banter is good. Thank you very much, 38 above Q. Please.
Thank you very much.
Please follow, because we've got 83 followers, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. If anybody. Go on. If anybody isn't following, I don't know whether that's possible, but if anybody isn't following, if you follow us, if you tell your friends, tell your family, tell your relatives and everybody that you know, Steve is gonna PayPal you. He's gonna actually PayPal you some money.
Right.
€2 a follow.
So 38 above Q says, "I'm 47, you fluck." So yeah, we're all old here. That's good. I'm 41. Chris is well into his 40s. He's deep into his 40s. 47, 48, something around there, aren't you, Chris?
43. But some people, I tell you what, I went into a news agency the other day and they refused to sell me cigarettes.
Yeah, so would I. Because you look like you're about to fucking die. Yeah, well, it's not the fucking best banner I've ever had, but still. 38 above Q. If you follow, you know what it'd do for me? Without being weird. It'd show me that people actually do that. They kind of go into a room, they have a little look, see what's going on, then they just follow you. And that's all good. That's all gravy. Do you know what I mean? Because
okay.
I think, Chris, I think what we're doing wrong is we're kind of looking at, 30-minute streams, whatever. I know we're going a little bit over tonight. I can see your missus in the background huffing in French.
No, that's a boiler.
But I think the way that this works is that you stream for like fucking 6 hours and that. Do you know what I mean? Like you get something going on. Like we could fucking, talk about a TV program, or we play poker, or we fucking, give each other a virtual fucking handshake. I don't know what you do, but I think gaming works because as you said earlier, it's something that where you don't really need a lot of people to come into your room, because you could just sit there continuing to play your game and not give a fuck. If anybody wants to come in and watch it, then excellent. You get more viewers and then things start happening for you. But us speaking constantly for 6 hours, Steve, trust me, it ain't gonna happen, mate. Yeah, I'm already starting to get a bit fucking hoarse.
Hey.
Thank you, Chris. You're supposed to say hey. And
yeah, I tried. I
thought we had the banter that we could do that I could just set you up and you would just whack out of the park. But obviously, we're not there yet.
Right. Okay.
So we got to follow Chris tonight. I tell you what, it was worth coming here for these 10 viewers to get one new follow, because
thank you.
Like I say, I never thought that was what happened. And I thought it only happened to the young, beautiful women on here. And like them geeky gamer birds everyone likes.
Why don't we pledge to come back next week wearing a full face of makeup? You've already got a nice pair of fucking tits. Maybe you can wear something low cut.
They dance, baby. They dance. That's for Leo. Sammy said, "Wait till you start smelling of dried piss." How old are you, Sammy? You're in your 50s, aren't you? Kind of. Listen, that's not offensive or a joke or anything. I think Sammy is literally in his 50s. I've got a grey fucking beard going on. Chris Dyes is, obviously.
I don't have a beard. Oh, a little bit. I don't need to dye that fucking beast, mate. Don't worry about that.
A question for the 10 viewers, right? I said to Chris, it's a little bit early. 7 o'clock to be doing this on a Saturday night. Because what we're doing, we want people to be having a... Leo, that's not a beard. It's not, to be fair. It's a little bit stubble. 7 o'clock's a little bit early to be doing this, isn't it? We want to be having a few drinks with you. Chris doesn't drink 'cause he's homosexual. I thought we would be, 8 o'clock's a little bit of a better time because that's going to be our audience. Do you think 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock? What is the best time to be streaming this, guys? Phil?
I think that Steve is desperately trying to get the feelers out to the 10 viewers that we've got to try to get some response as to the best time we should start the quiz. So if you can please write in on your text chat and tell us what you think is the best time, 7, 8, 9 o'clock, what would be good for you? Because Steve wants to kind of tie it in with some kind of party. Me, I'm kind of tying it in with that Prinkies kind of part of the night where you sat around, you're putting some lipstick on, or is that just me?
That's just you, Chris.
Is that just me?
We're not 16-year-old girls that are going to go out tonight and get fucking pissed on MD 2020 and fucking fingered up inside a bike shed, Chris. We're grown men. We're here with other grown men. There's nothing weird. Leo's saying 8 p.m. UK time. 38 above Q, the good old days. It was the good old days. I can actually tell you this now, Chris, and I know we're not talking about this, but I'm going to fucking talk about it anyway. The best days of my life were literally spent drinking MD 2020 on a fucking railway line.
Yeah. So, like the railway children.
Yeah, I just loved that. 14, say to your mum, yeah, I'm just going around Steve's house. I'll be back later. And then you would just go and you sit on the railway lines. They didn't have trains. And you would just sit there and you'd get fucking smashed off a fiver. Then you would sneak in around 10:30. Do you know what I mean? Did you do that, Chris? Or yeah, not when I was 16. Like when I was 16, I was staying out for weekends. But when I was 14, 15, you get a little naggin. Do you know what a naggin is?
Naggin? No, I don't know. It sounds like some kinds of local dialect, particular to Nottingham.
It's in Ireland. They call it a little bottle of whiskey, like a 35 CL. I think they call it
a naggin. What is it? Is that the one? The ones that come in plastic bottles that you buy from fucking?
Yeah, but you get them in glass as well. Do you know what I mean? But they're 35. They're not like the mini ones. They're like the little shot ones. They're like they're enough to get 2 14-year-olds pissed.
Yeah, of course. Well, when I was growing up, it was basically the same. Bottles of Mad Dog, bottles of Thunderbird, bottles of White Lightning, halves on 10 cigarettes. Go down the seafront. Because we didn't have a railway line or whatever you used to fucking frequent. And again, try and finger some birds. Just same as every teenager in every town, in every city in the world. That's
what people do. So we've got 38 above Q. Lol used to get 6 beers, bottles of cider, 10 smokes, and a bag of meanies. £5. It's absolutely true. Leo saying your parents must be so proud. Yeah, I think Chris's is because she's watching. And, she's like that. Fucking hell, no wonder you used to stink of fags and fanny when you used to come home at night. 38 above Q, which actually brings us up to a very topical story that I saw today. Chris, I know you're itching to fucking go. He's looking at his watch. He's like, we said we'd be here 10 minutes. But we're peaking. We're on 13 viewers, you prick.
We're on 13. Well,
13
let's go till midnight then. Knock it out of the park.
We're here till 6 in the morning. Topical story, and this affects Daz and it affects 38 above Q. Buckfast is now going to be rationed in Northern Ireland. Do you know what Buckfast is, Chris?
Yeah, I do. It's something that's made. It's actually made in Devon.
Oh, you motherfucker! You know what? Right, I'm going to tell this to the crowd.
It's made in Buckfast Abbey. It's made in Buckfast Abbey, but it's loved by fucking Scottish people, and also as well, it's some. Is it some kind of? Does it? It says on the bottle, this is not to be used for medicinal purposes or for health problems.
Yeah. But basically, a lot of people. And obviously you Googled it after I fucking sent you the story earlier and went, oh, this will be funny.
No,
and you were like that. Yeah,
no.
I'm going to Google it. Yeah, it's made by monks, and a lot of people up north drink it. A lot of people in Scotland drink it. But apparently it tastes like cough medicine. I've never had it. But I'm letting the lads know, because obviously some of the people here we got from Northern Ireland, we got from Scotland as well, yeah, it's going to be rationed. So I don't know what that means. I don't know whether it means you go into the office and it's like, can I get 2 bottles of Buckfast? And they say, nah, you can only get 1. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what the rationing, how it's going to work, but 1's for my sister. I'm not sure, like, if that's what's going to happen, but that is the story that I read.
Maybe you have to go to the doctors and get a prescription for it. So you can kind of go to the doctor and say, listen, and you're all like sat there shaking because you haven't had a fucking drink for 2 minutes. You stink of piss. You got like fucking, you got a beard like you've got there, Steve, looking like a homeless person.
Leo is asking, were they Bangladeshi? I think they were, my friend. I think they were.
Who?
Leo, he suggested my accent, my Scottish accent was slightly
Bangladeshi. Ah, right, okay.
Listen, accent isn't my gig. What can I say?
Your accent was pretty decent, actually. I'll give you that.
Thank you very much.
Don't milk it.
38 above Q, where I am, very close to Scotland, County Antrim. Here it was Thunderbirds, but that Buckfast could stain your metal gates. Not a fan. Yeah, apparently it's 15%. It tastes like fucking cough medicine, and it's got caffeine in as well, which is like I think it's
a bonus.
Yeah, well, it must be the original caffeinated fucking drink, isn't it? Everyone now smashes vodka Red Bull, but I think obviously up north and in Scotland they got it. You know, they got in there early. Like, I would love to.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that Buckfast come before coffee and tea, Steve. I'm pretty sure. Let me just Google that a minute.
Caffeine only derived from tea and coffee, or is there anything else? Is there synthetic caffeine?
There's caffeine in chocolate.
Yeah, but is it synthetic or does it come from something else?
I would assume that they add it manually. They've got the monks have got like a big vat of caffeine, and then they just splodge a little bit of that into each bottle.
This will get them going. Do you know what I mean? I'd say probably back in the day, the monks were like that. You know, this stuff gets you pissed, but it makes you a bit fucking sleepy. Then another monk was like that. Listen, we don't want them fucking sleep in the eyes of the Lord, son. Throw some fucking caffeine in there. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, we basically, I think, soon as I did a Scottish accent, we lost half of our viewers.
Okay, we've peaked, Steve. Wrap it up.
Yeah, so basically, tonight was the big announcement for next week, which is it's going to be massive. Like, if we peaked at 13 today, next week, what are we going to get, Chris? 16?
8.
So what you think? You think we're going to get less viewers next week?
I think what is important for next week is the way we market it, the way we kind of publicize ourselves, and more importantly as well, the way we blackmail family and friends to come on.
Absolutely, Chris. But I don't think we should be having a marketing chat while they're still here. I think we should leave and then we can have a marketing chat. How we're going to move forward.
Well, I thought we could. I thought we could do it during the show because the one that we had last week clearly was a bit of a disaster. So, we might as well have a public one.
Right. Right. Remember the tins of TNT. At this rate, we'll be playing paper, rock, scissors. Yeah, absolutely, possibly might. Right. You know what we're going to do, guys? You've been great. You've been great. You're the best 10 people I've ever talked shit to.
And me.
And I've been in a lot of pubs. So, like, I talk shit for a living. What we're going to do is we'll tell you all now. Next Saturday, we're going to be bringing the interactive quiz. And it's going to be funny as fuck. We're going to get people drinking shots through their eyeballs. That kind of stuff. It's going to be good crack, isn't it, Chris?
But we're going to be giving away, well, I say we. I mean, Steve's going to be giving away cash prizes.
Yeah, we might give away a crash prize. The Pinot Grigio's kicking in. Yeah, we might give away. So yeah, we're going to give away some good shit next week, aren't we, Chris?
Yeah, we're going to give away. Right, listen, the Yorkshire tea bags, I can't do that. Yeah, but the kiwi, I could definitely do the kiwi.
I was going to give a few things away tonight. I did have this unused, unmolded gum shield I was going to give away. But we
Do you want you can get? Can you give it away now or?
We got this. We got this. It's a forearm strengthener, ideal for them chronic masturbators out there. That will really get your arms fucking shredded. So if anybody out there is tugging out 2 a day, we'll probably give that away as well. But like I say, we were going to give them away tonight, but yeah, 38 above Q says, rock on Tommy, look forward to it. So we've got one watcher next week, Chris. This is how, you might not believe it, this is how Twitch works. You get one person just passing randomly. You reel him in, then hopefully he'll be back here next week. He might even tell a few of his mates as well, listen, I was here Saturday night, 2 fucking middle-aged men talking shit. One with a fucking dodgy boiler and a dildo on it in the background. One with a massive TV bought by the social. And, you know, they'll be here next week.
What's not to love?
It's the dream, Christopher O'Driscoll.
It is the dream. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, it's nice for me to know that we can turn up next week with our hotly anticipated quiz and know that there's going to be one viewer. So, you know, for me, for me, in that respect, one viewer is almost too many.
38 above Q says, I change hands without missing a stroke. That's a proper lad there. Good luck, lads. Thank you very much. Leo, naked, spicy finger. Not while Chris's mum's watching.
Yeah,
because she's already seen us both naked.
Mum, I'm not laughing. I'm laughing at him. Yeah, if you're still watching, Mum.
Listen, I don't think your mum's got a keyboard because she hasn't even said hello to me. And after all we've been through.
Yeah.
Personally, I find it a little bit disrespectful, but
I think that when she heard that you'd got yourself somehow onto the sex offenders register, she kind of went cold on you.
I'm trying. I was thinking of a good, funny comeback to cold, and I was thinking necrophilia, and then I was thinking I don't want to suggest your mum is fucking dead. Do you know what I mean? Like so, like my brain was working for something there, Chris, but it was just all too inappropriate for the airwaves.
Yeah, it was too inappropriate. But I struggled to think how inappropriate we could actually be through this show. You know, you've brought in so many other dark and awful subjects that I would imagine that necrophilia is just a natural progression.
It is a natural progression. Good night. God bless, guys.
Next.
Oh, no, are you not ready? Because you've been fucking looking at your watch for 20 minutes. I thought we was wrapping it up. You were like that quarter to 8. Fucking hell.
Yeah, but you can't just say that and leave them hanging. What we're going to do, we're going to throw forward to next week. So we've got the quiz coming up next week. And also as well, we're going to bring some good... We're going to bring and some necrophilia banter as well. We're going to bring some of that.
I'm going to Google that for the week. Adds more interest to the wet t-shirt. Yeah, and I promise you, Chris isn't going to show you no fucking gape next week that he did earlier, and we lost like 6 viewers straight on the bounce. Guys, you've been a great crowd. Good night and God bless. We'll see you next Saturday.
Cheers, guys.
At 8 p.m. next Saturday, because we're going to go a bit later so people can get the Buckfast in. How about that?
One bottle.
Good night, guys.